Hey everyone, it's Ron again with Narilla Software Solutions, and today we are going to be looking at Chirply.io software. This is going to be a 50,000 foot view. It's not going to cover everything that it does, but it's going to be a really good overview of a lot of the things that Chirply can do for you. Now, you may know this as text in bulk, and they recently changed the name to Chirply. So if you're familiar with text in bulk, this is the same software. It's got a lot of cool features, and we're going to get into it right now. So what are some of the things that Chirply can do? Well, let's look at it, because ringless voicemail is a big deal, right? So it's what it is a voicemail drop. It's a way of pre-recording an audio message that's placed in the voicemail without the associated telephone number ringing first. So it's a way to just drop a voicemail automatically. It's kind of a cool technology there. Also, two-way SMS texting. This is really cool. This is a system that incorporates the outbound text messages that you have with your subscribers. A way that I use this is a VIP club for restaurants. So they have this thing set up where it's type VIP to their specific phone number, and for 10% discount by signing up for that, I am giving permission to receive text messages from that restaurant, for example. So once a week or twice a month, I can have the restaurant send an SMS text message to their database for really good deals and really good specials and that type of thing to get their customers back into the restaurant. It's really a cool feature. You can do two-way phone calls as well. So two-way communication, that's really awesome. It's a way of doing it through your web browser is one way to do it. A lot of really cool things. You can set up professional IVRs. Now, that's interactive voice response. You may not know it by the name, but I'm sure that you have dialed a number, a company, and had to press 1 for this, press 2 for that. It's really kind of a phone tree. It's really awesome how it works as well. All that can be done within Chirply and more. So we talked about the two-way email, two-way phone calls, SMS autoresponders as well. So once somebody signs up for that VIP club I mentioned, they're going to get an auto response from that restaurant. Hey, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it, that kind of thing. So it looks more like a conversation than an automated robotic message. Sales Bridge is also really cool, and it's something you can set up with in Chirply. And really what that does is that will ring a number. So if you have a sales team, for example, let's just say you have 5 members on that team. When somebody calls your special number, it'll ring on all 5 of those phones, and whoever picks it up first gets that lead, gets that sale. It's kind of a cool way of setting that up. Really, drip campaigns are just a way of email marketing. It's a strategy used to simply drip emails into your prospect or your customer's email. So how does some of this work? Let's take a look at some of this stuff. So let's look at the dashboard. The dashboard, like any other dashboard, is just an overview. It's kind of a quick look, a quick glance at the activity that's going on, in this case, in your Chirply. And then below that, you can see you get an overview of contacts, lists, autoresponders you have set up, the number of campaigns, and if you had any widgets set up. And then below that, it even gets more powerful. You can generate leads with Chirply using domain leads, one of our other pieces of software, Google Business, Facebook, Yelp, and coming soon we're going to have Pixel, be able to generate leads through pixels. So it's really powerful. And then below that, you can see the list. You can create lists. So this is where I was telling you that for my restaurants, I can create a list, and that special phone number, which we'll get into in just a minute here, will be assigned to that specific restaurant. So I want to create that list. I want to know how many people are going to that restaurant's list, and I want to be able to send my autoresponders from that list. And we'll go in that in just a minute here. So that's list here. Contacts, that's all of your contacts. Number configuration, we'll go into that in just a minute. Templates, you can set up email templates and other templates. IVR, this is where you set up those press 1, press 2. User management, so if you want to be able to give someone access to this, so let's just say my restaurant owners, if I want to give one person access to their account so they can send the text messages, I can set that up and they would only have access to their information, which is really kind of cool. Widgets, autoresponders, and this again is the VIP autoresponders or email. We can set those up as well, and then you can set up campaigns. And then dispositions are when, like left voicemail, no answer, those types of things when you're making phone calls. So we can take a look at a couple of these things here. Let's go here to number configuration. I will say with Chirply, you do need to have a Twilio account set up. Chirply does work with Twilio, and if you think of it like your cell phone and your carrier, it's kind of like that, right? So your carrier, whether it's Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, or whoever it is, and then you have your phone, right? So this is kind of like your phone, and then Twilio is kind of like your carrier, if you think of it that way. So you can see here, I have some numbers set up. And I can go into like Narilla Solutions, Software Solutions, and I can modify this by clicking on the response configuration. It'll give you some more information. It'll show you exactly what we're doing here. You can see I've had 29 touch points. Now you can activate this, and we've had tutorials on how to do all this, so I'm not going to really get into it now. But by setting this up by auto response, setting it up to the list, and then saving the autoresponders and things like that, you can actually do that. You can also have phone calls accepted on this. I choose not to on this, so we don't monitor these calls, so I don't even activate that. And when they send me a text message, if I don't want to, I can have it turned off so that they would get an autoresponder saying, hey, we don't monitor this message. Templates, we kind of talked a little bit about that and what that looks like. And let's see here. So when I look at templates, a couple different things here. You can add an SMS template here. You can add email templates. You can add audio templates. The sales bridge, you can get that all set up here as well. Again, this is not a tutorial on how to do all this stuff. This is more of an overview of what you can do. And so I want to stay high level here. I don't want to go into the weeds yet here with this, but you can check out our tutorials on how to do all this stuff. IVR, this is really cool. This is really neat. It's a nice feature if you have an agency by chance and you want to reach out to your clients and say, hey, do you have an IVR set up? Then you can actually make a little bit extra money. It helps create stickiness to your clients so that if you're offering other services, it does help to remain sticky with them and stay with them. Auto responders, this is kind of where we talked about the SMS text messaging for one thing, where you are going to send that auto response to them. And the neat thing about it is with the VIP club, with a fallback message, and I'll show you that in a second, you can see that, let's go to Narilla Digital Marketing. You can see that we're not allowing multiple attempts to redeem a coupon. For example, if a restaurant's saying, hey, register now for 10% off or a free dessert, when they set that up and they type VIP to that number, if they type it a second time, they're going to get what's called a fallback response, and I'll show you what that looks like. The fallback response is basically saying, hey, look, we see that you're already a member. Call me at this number to get your meeting scheduled. This is not, I'm not giving anything away here, but if this were a restaurant and up here would be the original message, then you would say, hey, free dessert here, and then say, hey, great news, I see that you're already a member. You've already claimed this offer, that kind of thing. So it keeps them from coming into the restaurant every single day and getting that free dessert. A lot of cool features here, a lot of cool things. Just wanted to kind of go over like a 50-foot view of what it looks like for you. I am really, really happy to talk to you about this. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Look forward to speaking to you in the next video.